Welcome to Ask and Learn.
So for this problem, first we're going to focus on, we're looking at Wn, so this is for n greater than or equal to 3. So let's start off with the simplest example. So we want to show that this graph is considered for critical. So what that means is that the chromatic number of G, this graph, is K. So in this case, our K value is 4. So we see that the chromatic number for this graph is, let's say this is color 1, and then this is color 2, color 3, and color 4. So this graph is clearly for critical. So far we know that there's 4 colors. That's the chromatic number of G, of this being the graph. However, if we remove an edge, is it true that deleting the edge would end up making the graph K minus 1? So let's see. We could remove this edge, in which case the pink could go to green. We could remove this edge, in which case the pink could go to red, like this. And we can keep repeating this. One more, we could delete this edge, say, and then the pink could go to blue. So for that reason, we see that W3 is K critical. And then for Wn at large, we know that Wn will always have, each vertex has a degree of 3. And the reason why that is because no matter what we have, we'll say it's a pentagon, we have that all of them are connected, so they all have a degree of 2. And then once we do this, they all have an outside degree of 3. All of them have a degree of 3. And then the inside one always has n, right? So because they all have the degree of 3, it requires n to be its own color always. So n's always going to be, say, red, color 1. And then all that we have to do is alternate the outside colors. So we would just end up getting, say, pink, and then we would have, we would end up having 4 colors, right? We would have pink, and then we could have green and green, and then we'd have purple. So in all cases, we're going to have those 4 colors. That's always going to be the case. So it is 4. And then once we remove an edge, say like this one, immediately the edge that was removed, if it was initially one of these spires, something coming from the center, we can just change the edge that was disconnected into the center color. Or if we got rid of an outside one, we could always just make the colors the same of the ones on the inside. So this would go pink. So this logic applies no matter what value of Wn we use, so that's why it's considered for critical.